See clearly. Build wisely. It's not too late. Caleb was 85. 40 years of delay that was not his fault. He went to Moses and he asked, "Give me my mountain," that was promised to him 40 years prior. He didn't ask for comfort. He asked for his assignment. If you're in your late 50s, going into your 70s, and you feel like you're behind financially, you're not alone. Before you hear anyone else's story about it's too late, I want you to hear Caleb's story, because he proved he could start at 85, and he lived many years after that. Welcome. I'm Sharon with Recalibrate Legacy, where prophetic timing meets covenant wealth. Today's conversation is very practical. The world's retirement advice was written for people who are around 25. This message is for late starters. We are in the biblical month of Tammuz, the month of the eye, the month that invites honest assessment. Not shame, not regret, simply, where am I today? What has God entrusted to me? What can I build from here? And before we go any further, I want to be transparent, because I'm still building too. I'm 67 years old, and I'm not ultimately where I want to be financially. Life doesn't always turn out the way we planned. For many years, 40 exactly, I poured my life into ministry, as did my husband. And like many people, we made decisions based on the season that we were in. Today, I still intentionally build our financial future. So when I start talking about where you are, I'm not speaking theoretically, I'm living it too. But I refuse to let regret become my future. I refuse to let regret write my next chapter of the story of my life. Philippians 3, Paul said, "I press toward the mark of the high calling in Christ Jesus." I truly believe that I have been apprehended by Christ for a purpose. And part of that purpose is to share with you the things that I've learned. I also run toward abundant life, John 10:10. I run toward fruitful ministry, John 15. I run toward prospering industry, Genesis 26. I run toward covenant stewardship. And I press toward leaving a legacy for my family. Not because I have arrived, friends, but because I have been laid hold of. So, if you're feeling behind, you're sitting with someone who's been behind and who's building too. Let's be real, okay? Life happens. We raise children. We might build ministries. We might care for our parents. Some of you may have gone through divorce. You've had business failures. You didn't know what you didn't know. And you surely wasn't expecting a delay in your retirement planning. The gap is real, but the gap is closable. There are 4 foundations that I want to briefly discuss. Foundation number 1 in retirement planning is to know your number. How much income do you need, not just to live, survive, but to thrive? You look at your Social Security, you look at your health care, you look at your expenses, you add those up. We got to get a clear number, because clarity is the first act of stewardship. Foundation number 2, you got to steward what you have. Not wishing, stewarding. Whatever is in your hand, whether it's a lot or whether it's little. Foundation number 3, reduce what is working against you. Debt, monthly obligations, financial pressures, taxes, because you want to walk in freedom now and during your retirement years. Foundation 4, protect what you have. Protection, insurance, health care, long-term care, legacy, these are all very important things for us to implement in our lives. Business owners know how to protect their assets. Families should too. So there's 2 tools that I want to talk to you about. Annuities offer guaranteed income, lifetime income, and peace of mind. The second tool is life insurance. Life insurance that has living benefits, cash value, protection. These are tools, not magic, but tools can help us steward wisely. Remember Caleb? He was 85. He was still strong. He was still believing. He was still asking. Maybe your mountain isn't a literal mountain. Maybe it's financial peace, leaving something to your children, getting out of debt, finally creating a plan that's going to help you live well, thrive, and leave a legacy for your family. If you feel overwhelmed, let's simply have a conversation. I offer a free financial alignment review. No judgment, no shame, just wisdom. It's not too late. You're not disqualified. God is still writing your story. Your mountain is still here. Let's build wisely from where we stand. I bless you in the name of Yeshua. Until next time, this is Sharon.